Here comes Rossi up the inside for the first time. Rossi takes the lead at the Melbourne hairpin. And can Alex Barros get back at him immediately? He can't. I think Valentino Rossi is worried about Kenny Roberts behind him. Rossi leads as they come into Goddard. And they come across the line. There'll be 7 laps to go. But Valentino Rossi now leads the race. Alex Barros second, Kenny Roberts third, and Colin Edwards in 4th place. But Rossi, without a doubt, is on the charge.
That last lap when he passed Alex Barros for the lead was the fastest lap of the race so far at 1:47.622. Absolutely no doubts whatsoever that this is going to be another 1:47 for Rossi. The way he's just left these boys behind now, it's time to go. Thanks for the fun, lads. See you later. This time it's a 1:46.122 from Valentino Rossi. Absolutely smashes the fastest lap of this race so far, and these guys can do nothing about it.
Rossi's decided to go wet, dry, sandy, warm, cold. Even in the snow, you'd fancy him to win a Grand Prix race, wouldn't you?
Certainly would. It seems he can ride in any conditions, as any true world champion has to show, and Rossi has shown it time and time again. And Rossi now leading this race by 3.291 seconds within the space of 1.5 laps. He's absolutely pulverised the gap between himself and Alex Barros.
Well, the performance of a master, I'm saying every week, but you've got to say in these conditions to lap as fast as he is now is incredible. And also, as you said, Matt, he learns by his mistakes. He had a few big slides early on. We've seen that before. He realises where it happens, why it happens. He analyses it in his brain. And there we go. He is absolutely running on rails in these conditions. Just Goddard Bend remains for Valentino Rossi. His 7th win here at Donington Park. Valentino Rossi looks behind him. Nobody in sight. Soaking wet. Stands up and says, "Thank you very much indeed."
But what a performance from a chilly Valentino Rossi.
200 miles an hour down here. Rossi now lining up Capirossi, but Capirossi and Ducati just too fast for the Hondas. They break the right-hander. Here comes Rossi once again, but Melandri leads away from Bayliss. Gibber now. Nicky Hayden, has Rossi got through? He has. Rossi has got past Loris Capirossi. We always get good racing at Phillip Island. This is fantastic.
Hayden leads, Rossi second, Melandri third. The fastest man on the circuit, as I was saying, Olivier Jacques in 7th place. A real group at the front. Here comes Rossi. He's had enough of this battling now around with these rookies, with Hayden and Melandri. Rossi in control.
Rossi leads the way as they come into the fast left. 3rd gear, 4th gear, down the straight, 200 miles an hour. Valentino Rossi chasing his 8th Grand Prix victory of the season. Leads the way. Max Biaggi has had problems. Troy Bayliss has crashed out of the race. What a start to the penultimate round of the championship, but it's now got a familiar feel to it. Time penalty for Valentino Rossi. Absolutely on the ball there for Gavin down in pit lane. Rossi had obviously overtaken Marco Melandri when the yellow flags were being shown for the crash of Troy Bayliss. Rossi has a time penalty. This race is far from over.
Rossi with a 1:31.593 on that lap. Capirossi with a 1:32.440. The gap stands at 7.5 seconds. So Valentino Rossi takes almost a second off Capirossi there on that lap. He's lapping under previous pole records here at the Phillip Island circuit. It's a sensational performance.
Right, this is the long left-hander that brings us back into the start and finish straight. I'll bet my house on the fact that Valentino Rossi is winning this race.
He certainly is. He's winning it by 0.392 seconds. His lead over Loris Capirossi, 10.392. The 10-second penalty knocked off. That means Rossi is just in the lead, and he's still going quicker than Capirossi.
Hayden in 3rd place, Gibernau in 4th place. No way through there for Sade Gibernau. Valentino Rossi has won the Australian Grand Prix here at Phillip Island. Well, how many more times have we got to say it? This man, without a shadow of a doubt, is the greatest motorcycle racer in the world at the moment. Perhaps the greatest motorcycle racer of all time.
You can bring as many riders in as you like from World Superbike or anywhere else. 250 World Champions, World Superbike Champions. It's the same story as it has been for the last 3 or 4 seasons. Valentino Rossi and Max Biaggi, absolute supreme performers, and here they are riding on the very, very edge.
And we ride with Rossi, Biaggi right behind him. 5.5 laps to come. They come onto the back straight now. Here comes Biaggi on the brakes. Has he got up the inside of Rossi? He has. Max Biaggi takes the lead. Biaggi trying to make the break with 4 laps to go. Up the hill through turns 2 and 3 before they're going to break for the right-hander. Turn 4 into the Dunlop curve. Biaggi still leads the way. Rossi right behind him. This is going to go all the way to the checkered flag. Right, 2.5 laps to go. Something's got to give. Biaggi leads the way, but Rossi is very, very close indeed. They come onto the back straight. Is Rossi close enough to try and outbrake him from 6th gear down into 4th, down into 3rd? No, he's not. Biaggi just holds firm. Rossi very, very close indeed. Biaggi runs it wide an inch. Rossi will be through, but there's no way through at the moment for the Yamaha rider. It tightens up. Rossi goes through. There was an inch, and Rossi's done it, and there's nothing Biaggi can do about it. They break for the left-hander. Rossi just a little bit out of shape, but somehow he hangs on to the Yamaha. They come back into the start-finish area. 2 laps to go. We're coming into these right-handers any moment now. We go left and right and then into the right. This is crucial. I don't think Biaggi is close enough. I think Rossi can get through here successfully and quick. He is going to cause a sensation by winning the race. They're on the back straight for the last time. 160 miles an hour before they break for the 4th gear right-hander. Rossi is going to do it. The 25-year-old Italian is going to write another chapter into the MotoGP history books. Can you believe it? Rossi is going to win the Africa's Grand Prix here at Melbourne, riding a Yamaha. Biaggi closes. He's not close enough. 1 bend to go for the world champion. Rossi is going to do it. The checkered flag beckons the doctor. The checkered flag is shown. Valentino Rossi wins the Africa's Grand Prix from Yamaha and from Max Biaggi.
Sete Gibernau takes an excellent 3rd place on the Honda, but you have just seen history in the making. The first man ever to win consecutive races on different machinery, and he can hardly believe it. And I tell you what, Nick, it almost looks as though he may be in tears there.
He may be in tears. I really do think, in fact, this is no ruse, this is no joke. I just don't think he can believe what he has done. It's closing up at the front, and that's what we want to see. We ride with Valentino Rossi, right behind him Casey Stoner on the Ducati, in front of him Jorge Lorenzo. Brilliant on-board stuff.
It's going to get very interesting in about 4 or 5 laps time.
Stoner once again closes up on Rossi, but Rossi's really, really good here. Let's see if he's going to try and take Lorenzo at turn 1. I bet he is.
He's got to, I'm sure he will, because he looks a lot stronger at the end. On the brakes, and he does. He goes through Valentino Rossi, just flicks down a couple of gears, and through he goes. So Rossi now leads. He's taking the fight to his teammate and rival Jorge Lorenzo. Casey Stoner, the championship leader, in 3rd.
MotoGP at its very, very best in front of a big, excited, passionate crowd. It really does make you tingle, I've got to be honest with it. 1 more incredible lap left.
They've been saying in the papers we haven't had an overtaking manoeuvre on the final lap in MotoGP since 2006. Lorenzo, give us one of those moments now. Here he comes down the straight. Jorge Lorenzo's got to go through, and he's gone through Valentino Rossi. Is he going to take the lead? He does.
He made it stick this time round. Rossi trying to go around the outside, then on the inside of the right-hander. Rossi almost through. Lorenzo slams the door in his face.
Oh, and Lorenzo's taking this on, and he's pushing Valentino Rossi to the absolute limit. Oh, look at him hanging off the bike through turn 3. They head down to turn 4.
Here comes Rossi up the inside. Rossi retakes the lead. Valentino Rossi, but no, he's lost it again. Lorenzo leads the way.
Rossi ran it a little bit wide in turn 4. Has he got the line? No, it's coming to turn 5. He's going to try. Lorenzo very, very tight as they plunge downhill into this left-hander.
Now then, Rossi's surely going to make a move again. The leader swapped twice on the 3 times on this very last lap. Half a lap to go here in Barcelona. Rossi very, very close indeed. Is he going to make the move? Certainly he's going to get onto that back straight. This is where it's going to happen.
But Lorenzo's carried a lot of speed out of turn 9, and there's no way through there. Valentino Rossi, and Lorenzo pushing it so hard in there, and Lorenzo's going to hang on to it. He said to me before this weekend, if you go into these corners first, you know you're going to win the race. Can Rossi invent something though? Can he do it? 2 more corners to go after this one.
They're at the top of the hill. 12 and 13 to go. Lorenzo still leads the way. Rossi very, very close indeed. We ride with Valentino Rossi. Lorenzo now into turn 13.
And Rossi's invented something in the final corner, but Lorenzo gets close to the back, and Rossi has beaten him.
What a motorcycle race. What a Grand Prix. Just fabulous stuff. I tell you what, that's one of the best head-to-head motorcycle races I have ever seen.
See him attack straight away. Wow.
Wow, Rossi goes through and pushes Stoner away. Casey won't like that one bit. Tries to take the pace, doesn't he? Has a bit more drive coming out of that corner, but Rossi stood strong. Stoner in second position once more, round the outside. going up the Rahal straight. Unbelievable stuff from Casey Stoner. And Rossi comes straight back at the corkscrew. We haven't seen action like this as Rossi runs off track and pushes Stoner wide. What amazing stuff here. Valentino Rossi and Casey Stoner duking out. They're doing so in the championship. And Stoner almost tries to go around the outside at turn 10. This is unbelievable. Casey Stoner does make a move on the front straight, as you said. Rossi's going to try and get straight back underneath it. And Stoner's going to keep the bike stuck in there, isn't he? But Rossi sticks it right up underneath him straight away.
Here we go. Here's Casey back straight back underneath him. He's strong in this section.
Great stuff in turn 3. Stoner goes through, but Rossi's hanging the bike
around the
outside.
Unbelievable. That was a really great ride from Rossi right there.
Brave stuff from these two at the front in MotoGP here at Laguna Seca into turn 5, where we know Rossi is gone, where we've seen yet another attempt to move from Stoner, but Rossi just stuck it back in front of him and really hung in there bravely when he ran the outside. Evans can make a move one side, but has to get past him, has to stay in front of him, needs to make himself as wide as possible.